enthusiastic crowd. We really do. We'll work on that. No, thank you very much. That was great. Now, before we really get started tonight, there's just one thing I wanted to mention. Because I'm in comedy. I've been a comedy fan all my life. This guy, Michael J. Murtaugh, passed away. He's the guy who wrote the famous Who's on First routine, Rabbit and Costello. And he passed away. He's 76 years old. And the sad thing is that he actually called 911, but they couldn't figure out where he was or who he was. And he would have liked it. He would have loved it. Because he believed in comedy. So anyway, obviously, that was not the big story. Son, what are you talking about? No, the big story is the election. Okay, and famous election. Just so you guys vote? People vote? All right, well. Apparently, everyone that Clinton endorsed lost. Now, this is interesting. When you think about it, he set on a nice little system here. Now he's changing it. He's going to come out against the health plan. He's endorsing Bob Dole in '96. He's having his picture taken with every known disease. And he's coming out against the New York Giants, but he's secretly betting on him to win the Super Bowl. So, you see, because everything he does... How do you like what I'm wearing, everybody? Thank you. People who just turned in will think I just told a really funny joke. It's a trick I have. No, but the big thing in this, of course, in these elections, the Republicans won, and that explains a lot. No, and they have, Republicans won, and there's a real cost-cutting mentality across America, across the nation. Like in Massachusetts, it's a true story. It's true, it's in Boston Road. They're going to use prisoners to answer the phones of the DMV. This is true. That's actually true. I guess they think the people working there weren't rude enough. Thank you. No, but I was thinking, what kind of punishment is that? They should make them wait in line. They should do. It's true, but thinking about the DMV, it's I used to have a car. I don't have one. But I did have a car, and I had one in New York, which is, a lot of you people might know, it's nice. But what do? They always, they always break your windows. My windows were getting broken all the time. So what I did is I would leave my doors unlocked. And I'd come back, windows broken still, all right? And then what I'd do is I'd leave the doors unlocked, and I'd roll the windows, all right? And what they do is they'd roll them up and break them. Now what I do is I unlock my doors, and I break my windows. And the whole problem solved. I'm telling you, it works beautifully. You've got to try it. Ah, yes. All right, well, we have a very nice show tonight. We have Chuck Barris here. And we have comedian Sarah Silverman is here. And our musical guest tonight, Jamiroquai is here. There he goes. Matt, Tony, let's give it to the audience. Thank you. That's line number 7. Thank you, guys. How are you?
I'm saddened by your stories of automobile tragedy.
I actually did. I have, Otto's and I have not gotten along very well. When I first went out to L.A., this is a true story, I got out to L.A. and I didn't have a lot of money, so I bought a Buick Opal, which is a car that I think they made like Ford. And it was a 77 Buick Opal. It was really faded, and it had racing stripes. It was a tiny little car. Wow. The worst thing about it, though, was that it had a bumper sticker on the back bumper. It was incredibly queer. It said, I heart my, and then the drawing of a head of a poodle. And I couldn't get it off, no matter what I did. And I was trying to date at the time and ruin my life.
Frankly, you should have just cruised the tunnel. And they would have...
What I did is I put another sticker over it and asked me about my grandchildren. Didn't work, right?
Much better.
No, true story, that car is out there somewhere today. I sold it.
Yeah.
Someone right now is driving it around.
Actually, it was 85.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah, and I do love my food, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Yeah! Well, Andy, all kidding aside, I think it is time to look at some actual items.
Oh, actual items. These are the best. If you don't know what these are,
These are the best.
they are the best. These are things that we found in small towns and newspapers, usually in our weekends together, that are weird or unusual.
When we're driving around in that car.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Well, the neat thing about these is that they're real, all right? We didn't make them up. These are actual items that we found our staff research. So look at this.
All right.
All right, let's look at this first one here. This is a sign found in a window. Inside that, it says, sorry, there are no books in this bookstore. A real item. You can't make it. It's a real item.
Obviously an actual item, or it would not be in this piece.
Yes,
Because the name is actual item.
Right, it's actual items, and if we were going to make up something, we'd make up something that would get a big laugh.
Yeah. Not that.
Okay, now, this is here's another actual item. Here's a raw ad found in the Newton Center. Now, look at this. I don't know what those people were thinking.
Well, you can't make something up like that.
No,
know?
you can't. Why would you?
No. A graphics department would think that was in much too bad a taste.
They wouldn't go near it. No, this is real. This is actually another actual item. This is a tire ad from the Milwaukee Crier. Now, take a look at the tire. So, this is a tire ad because this is a classic example of the kind of tire. Actual items, ladies and gentlemen.
It's got to be an actual item. Can't be a fake.
You can't fool people. People know.
No, these people would be angry. Storming out of here.
Now, here's another actual item. Here's a drug sale ad. Albuquerque. Look at this. It's got these drug tickets. Look at this. It says there's a dead body. That's not a good ad, Andy.
No, unless you're selling to ghouls or something.
No. Look at this. This is another actual item. An actual item, ladies and gentlemen. This next ad is for chocolate. Chocolate sauce. Yes. It says sale 50 cents off. And then look at this. So you can have all the chocolate you want. Fat, fatty.
Oh. Actual and insulting.
Yeah, right. Not good. And finally, here's an ad, an actual ad for Thank You Chicken. Right, now take a look at this. Over here it says, we feed our chickens only the finest natural grain, then we kick them till they're dead. I can explain it, folks. All right, we'll be right back with Chuck Barrett. Now, my next guest, Andy?
What?
Tired or something?
No, I'm fine. I'm not tired.
You sure? You seem real sluggish. You having trouble sleeping?
No, I'm fine. I sleep like a baby. Actually, I have this mail order relaxation tape I do. It's great. I nod right off.
Really?
Yeah.
A relaxation tape. Now, these things any good?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just hour after hour soothing ocean sound. It's great. But I brought it right here to the front of my ass.
Oh.
And,
You showed a lot of foresight, Andy.
yeah. Yeah, I'll play it. See?
Oh, no, you're right. That's very soothing.
Yeah.
Nice. The ocean.
There's the seagull, you know.
Oh, it's a little foghorn.
Yeah, it's right about
really
now that I usually right into dreams.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, listen, you can hear little sea lions. That's great. It's very realistic. That's great.
Oh my God! They brought the children!
Andy, I think you got ripped off.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? I'm sorry.
Wake up. Come on, Andy, let's go. We got a show to do.
All right.
Get another tape.
Okay.
Let's just move this over here
All right.
and get into some real show. Wake up. All right. Now some real show. My first guest created the newlywed game and the dating game. You know him as the host of the Gong Show. Let's take a look at a clip from that show right now. It is my pleasure to introduce the game show king, Chuck Barrett. How you doing? How are you?
I'm fine. A little nervous. You know, when I used to wear these hats, that was so I wouldn't see the audience, you know, and I could see the cue cards. And it's kind of a strange thing, you know, when there they are.
We could get you a hat right
No,
now.
it's okay. I'll try to brave it through this thing if I can.
All right, now, the Gong Show, where'd you come up with that idea?
Well, I thought, you know, there weren't any variety shows on television,
Yeah.
and there weren't any place for good acts to be seen. So I thought I would do a variety show in which we would show good acts. So I went out looking for good acts, and I couldn't find any. I mean, we found a lot of bad acts, you know. So I thought, well, okay, let's do a bad act variety show with a couple of good ones. But it was a tough show to sell. I mean, you know, I walked in the vice president of the network and said, I got this great variety show, we do bad acts. He said, well...
It's going to be terrible. You'll love it.
Well, what's the hook? I said, well, if the judge doesn't like the act, they gong it, and it has to be the stage meeting. And that's what we did, and that's how it began.
Now, you did the dating game, you created the dating game, the newlywed game, but you hosted the Gong Show. Why did you decide to host that one?
Well, the host that we had really didn't understand the show. You know, he thought it was a stairway to the stars. And he couldn't understand if an act was bad, and J.P. Morgan said, get that actor off the stage, those socks are ridiculous. The host was appalled. He said, you know, what a way to treat a talent. And no matter how I explained to him, he couldn't understand it. So we had to get a new host. And I called the vice president up, and I said, we need a new host. And she said, either you do it, or I don't think we can do the show. And so greed won out, and I did that show.
Was it fun? Did you enjoy being, on camera during the show?
Well, first I caught asthma. I had asthma immediately. So the reaction to this, I didn't know exactly how this was going to work in my life, and it turned out to be incredibly, it was just fun. I had the best 4 years, and then I guess I realized I was really having a midlife crisis right on coast-to-coast television, but it didn't matter. I was having a good time.
It wasn't Pee Wee Herman
Yeah.
was on the Gong Show a couple times.
Many times. The rule was you could only do an appearance once because it was a competition. So Pee-wee came back, Paul Rubens came back 8 or 9 times as different acts, you know, an Indian lounge singer, whatever. And it was always funny. He was fabulous. And then eventually, you know, he became Pee Wee Herman. But it's funny because in the 4.5 years that we did the show, we really didn't have any other stars except Pee Wee. So I guess that says something.
Well, come on, you had J.P. Morgan.
Oh, no, she's already a star. I mean, Jay was great.
She was the one who I didn't know when I was watching the show. I knew who Jamie Farr was, and I knew who Rip Taylor was. I had no idea who J.P. Morgan was.
And it's funny because...
Who is she?
Jay had a bunch of gold records. I think at one time, Jay may have had the second most gold records to Presley. I'm not sure about that. It sounds awesome.
They say that about Menudo, too.
Did they really?
It's always a pack of lies.
Yes, probably. but she was really, she was a great singer. And I don't know, she kind of stopped singing for a while. But she was wonderful to have on the show because she knew the Gone Show. She knew what we were trying to do, and it was, it was good to see her out there.
And you got into some trouble with the show. Is that right? You booked an act on this show that actually they couldn't show it on the West Coast.
That's right. Well, they were the popsicle queen, obviously.
Tell us about the popsicle queen.
Well, Conan.
We had some footage, but we can't show it. We'll show it to you afterwards. We'll mail it to you at home.
Well, we would every Saturday we'd come down with 80 acts. And we'd re-audition them, and we'd end up with 40 acts, and they would make the 5 shows that we would do. And we would do it again on Sunday. And every Saturday and Sunday, standards and practices at NBC, these 2 people who were watching the show would come running down the aisle and say, you can't do that on television, get rid of a good act. Right. And I just kept thinking, this is ridiculous. This is justifying the job. I've got to do something about it. So I started to come down with a really ridiculous act. I mean, something that was unairable. And they'd come running down the stairs saying, you can't do that, and they would get rid of that act. The Popsicle Twins were one of those acts. Only they must have been out having a cigarette or something because they didn't come down the stairs. And I thought, well, maybe they're not so bad. And I put them on. And they were bad. I was right the first time because the lights lit up in the East Coast and the show never made it.
They would eat popsicles in a seductive way, and we'll leave it at that.
That's about it.
But it did get out to the East Coast.
Yeah, it did, and then I was summoned immediately to the president of the network.
I wish I could have been at that meeting.
Yeah. Well, I write about it in my book.
Hey! Of course, Gene the Dancing Machine. We're going to go away for a second. We'll be right back. Forward, Chuck Barris. Chuck Barris. That was, of course, we were interrupted by Gene the Dancing Machine. He was a regular fixture. Now, what did you find, Gene?
The band was playing, and I saw Gene he was a stagehand. He was working, cleaning up the stage and doing his little shuffle, doing that little dance. And I said, Gene, you got to do that on the air, and the rest is history. Gene and I go out to the baseball game in Dodger Stadium. Everybody yells, "Yale, Gene!" Nobody even knows I'm there.
Did he cop an attitude after that? So yeah, he's not going to clean up the studio anymore?
No. But he began wearing an ascot. That's the truth. And I said, Gene, I don't think that, get rid of that.
Now, you also created the dating game. Yeah. And you had a lot of celebrities out to the dating game. Some of them actually lost, right?
Yeah. Well, Tom Selleck lost twice. That said something about.
Was he real
Tom,
nerdy back then?
He was good looking. He just didn't have a lot to say. But we had Arnold Schwarzenegger was on the show. Burt Reynolds, I'm not sure he won either. Michael Jackson did the show when he was 5 years old and spoke to 3 little girls. Groucho Marx did the show when he was not 5 years old and he spoke to other women. Everybody seemed to just come through the show at that time.
Now, were the dates on that show? They always used to say that there's a chaperone.
Yeah.
Was there a chaperone?
Yeah, there had to be. I mean, these two, the couple would go off to Rome or Paris, and you just couldn't go alone. I mean, it's not allowed. And the network, said, what are you going to do about it? I said, well, we'll send employees. I'll send people who work for me. And they'll be 21 years old or older, I swear. And they would go off with these dates. And, most of the time, the chaperone and the date were having more fun than the date and the date. But,
They wouldn't hit it off much?
No, the dates rarely, well, most of the time the dates didn't hit it off.
Did Schwarzenegger have a good date?
I don't think he went, but I don't even know if he did. But there was a great many stories about those chaperones that I don't even hear about. They refused to tell me. But that was a dating game.
All right. Well, no, but what about the kiss? Did you invent the kiss at the end of the dating game? That was your invention?
That was it. The great thing about the dating game and newlywed game were they were the first game shows that we did that were spontaneous. I mean, there were no set answers. And when you gave those answers, you lived by the sword, you died by it. Either they were funny or you didn't want to hear about it.
Well, that's what, I mean, in the newlywed game, apparently, when you first started doing it, you had, people were saying things that you just couldn't even use on the air. It was really dirty at the beginning.
No, that was a dating game. I couldn't understand it. We had these Doris Day-looking girls and great-looking guys, and they're wholesome and clean-cut, and they said the dirtiest things I ever heard in my life. I had no idea to this day why, and I didn't know how to stop it. And our first 5 shows were taped, and we couldn't use them. They were unairable, and I had what looked like the shortest career in television.
This was your first show?
First show, first 5 shows.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the most ridiculous things were being said. So I had a dream. This is kind of a true story. Kind of a true story. I had a dream, and I dreamt that this guy came into the room where the contestants were, and he wore a trench coat and a hat.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm from the FBI, and if you continue to say these terrible things, you'll go to jail for 10 years, and you'll pay a $10,000 fine because it's against the federal regulations to say licentious things on the air. And I thought, that was a pretty good idea when I woke up. So I hired an actor, and I gave him a coat and a hat, and he said that for weeks. Every night, he would tell the contestants that.
To clean it up.
Yeah, and they never said a word. I mean, it was pure, clean as could be.
Well, they're famous. I mean, they're almost like urban legends. I mean, I've heard of exchanges on the dating game or the newlywed game that are, incredibly bizarre.
Oh, that's true.
Are there any favorites of yours that come to mind?
Well, I don't know. Most of the favorites of mine I really can't say. I mean, I always love where will your husband say the sun rises in your neighborhood? And the wife said, well, our bed is north. Of course, our bed faces north. But you can see that rose up a little by his head. And then the sun always rises in the west. We always
right.
The one about what would your husband say is his favorite condiment on his wiener?
Uh-huh.
Ketchup, said the first one. Mustard, Ben Gay. I could never understand that. But anyway, and it went on like that. But that was the beauty of spontaneity.
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you like these new shows now, like Studs and things like that? Are you a fan of those shows?
No, I don't know. I mean, I can't say things about other people's shows.
Right,
That's their stuff. But
right.
I love doing the ones I did.
Right.
It was fun.
All right. Well, listen, thanks very much for coming by. I appreciate it. We'll be right back. Tomorrow night, Jane Pauley, author Peter Williams, and musical guest Matthew Sweet. Check it out. All right, my next guest tonight is... oh, who's that? Oh, it's my little friend Billy Tyler. Hi, Billy. Hey, Billy. Hey, you want to, come over and sit down?
I guess so.
Well, come on over. Billy Tyler, everyone. Come on, Billy. Hello there, Billy.
Hi.
Well, how you doing today?
I'm okay, I guess.
Well, you don't sound okay. Well, what's the matter, pal?
My dog ran away.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Billy.
probably didn't like me.
Oh, Billy, look, Billy, I'm sure that's not true.
It was my birthday yesterday, but nobody remembered.
That's terrible. I'm really sorry, Billy.
I didn't get any presents or anything.
Well, I'm sure you'll get a lot of presents this Christmas.
My parents are Buddhists.
Well, that's kind of neat, isn't it? I mean, they're Buddhists. That's neat.
Mommy says that Buddha hates me.
Billy, no one hates you.
Everybody hates me.
No, they don't. Now, come on, Billy, what else is going?
Today I dropped one of my walkie-talkies and it broke.
Well, maybe you could fix it.
No, it doesn't matter. I don't have anyone to talk to anyway.
Boy,
I'm hungry.
well, haven't you eaten, Billy?
All I had for lunch was an onion.
Well, hey, Billy, you want, look what I got for you. Right here, I got some ice cream for you. Wouldn't you like some ice cream?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Boy, that's rough. I tell you what, Billy, how about you bring all your friends here, and we'll throw you a big party. How about that?
I don't have any friends.
Now, Billy, that's not true at all. I'm your friend.
No, you're not.
Sure I am. I like you, Billy. I really do.
Yeah, but I don't like you.
What? Well, why not?
Because you're a loser.
Hey! See what I got? We'll be right back with Parasilverman. Guest is well known in the New York comedy scene, and starting this season, she's a featured player on Saturday Night Live. Please welcome Sarah Silverman. Wow,
Hi.
that is a mod look.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you.
That dough bottom thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, listen, you're doing Saturday Night Live now, right? But you're off this week. You're not doing a show.
Yes, we have a week off. I'm very excited.
Yeah? What are you doing with yourself?
Well, I went dancing last night. I went out to a dance club. You ever go to a dance club?
No.
No, me either. I never usually go, you know, it's embarrassing for me, you know, because I tap dance. You never see that in the clubs. So, you want to dance? Sure.
You seem glum about the whole thing.
No, it was, actually, it wasn't that bad. I met a guy there, and he was really nice, and we talked for a while. He asked me for my phone number, you know, and I gave him a fake number. But I felt really bad about it. So I moved there, actually.
You two are very happy now.
Oh, yes, we're very happy. I actually, this week was a lot of fun. A friend of mine took me to a Queer Nation rally. Yeah, have you ever been there? And,
No, I haven't.
No, I had a lot of fun. It was really good. It was really, I misunderstood him, actually, when he invited me. I thought he said Playmation rally. So I was walking around with a sign that said, I love Daisy and Goliath. You too? They're great.
There are a lot of them here. Now, listen, I understand Playmation fans. I understand that, well, I understand congratulations are in order. You have a new apartment.
Yeah, I just moved into a new apartment in the East Village, and and it's good. It's already really disgusting. So actually, it's really dirty. You know, like the kitchen floor is sticky. I don't know how it got that way. That's gross. I had to do something about it. You know. So finally, I got some flippers. And, that's working out good, you know. I'm going to get some boots. I'm planning on going to the bathroom. Thanks, Andy.
You paint a very pretty picture.
Yeah, and we decorated way too early, of course, you know, which is, I think, everybody does. We painted every wall of our apartment dark purple. Yeah, on a whim, you know. But we had to match the bomb. You gotta do that, youthful or something. And this is obnoxious. We got our cat stoned a while ago. We got it on marijuana stoned, yeah. It was so rude. He ran away the next day.
Really, why?
I know.